everyone. So today we have quite a lot of upper body strength work. So strength to begin with, we've got 100 reps in total of single arm strict press. So you're alternating arms with that and obviously breaking it up into achievable sets for you. So using your dumbbell or your kettlebell, you're going to press straight above your head. We'll go through points of performance in a minute. After that, we've got an AMRAP for 7 minutes. On the right hand side, we're going to do a dumbbell push-up, then one plank row, one dumbbell push-up, and then a doubles press. And then you're going to repeat on the left hand side. Keep going through that for 7 minutes, okay? So we'll get your shoulders nice and warm to begin with, nice and active. We're going to start off with some Y, T, and W. So lying on your belly, you're going to make a Y shape with your arms. From here, you can keep toes on the floor. You're going to pinch shoulder blades back and down, trying to activate those lats. And you're just going to squeeze here. So raise up as much as you can and squeeze. You can do little pulses there if you like, just for a count of 5 to 10. Then a little shake out, shoulders back and down. We're going to go for a T shape. Same idea there. Try not to keep shoulders up by ears. They are back and down, activating underneath the shoulder blades there. Same thing, 5 to 10 pulses there. Then we're going to go for our W. So from here, pulling down into that W shape. Again, you should feel this under the shoulder blades. Go for 5 to 10 reps of that. You're going to go through that circuit twice. Once you've done that, we're going to do a bit of wide handcuff. So nice and slow. Again, same sort of position, toes on floor, or head can be right down on the mat for this. The important thing is that our arms, our hands, are just above the floor. And they stay there throughout this whole movement, okay? So we nice and slowly come around. Really think about stretching arms out as long as you can. Back into that handcuff position, and then here, we're gonna pinch elbows together and hold for a few seconds. Relax, nice and slow, back around, and then back again, okay? You're gonna do 5 reps of that, nice and steady, okay? Once you've done that, should feel those shoulders burning now. We're gonna do a little bit of cat-cow, and then some little stretches through our shoulders as well, just to get us nice and moving freely. So just a few cat-cows. On these angry cats, really want you to think about spreading those shoulder blades. Really press up through the floor, and then into that cow position. Head up, bum up. Ooh, some nice clicks there. And you're just going to go nice and slowly through this. Mobilizing that spine. Pressing those shoulder blades apart. Go for 10 to 20 reps of this. Doesn't really matter, just whatever sort of feels right to you. Once it starts to feel a little bit more fluid, that should feel quite nice. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to go for some little rotations here. So from here, right hand is going to go up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to scoot through towards the floor. We're not resting here, we're just actively moving through this again. If you go for 10 reps on one side, getting a nice little twist in there as well. And then 10 reps with the left hand. Rotating through that. A little bit of core switching on here now as well. Then what I want you to do is grab some sort of Tabata timer. So Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest for 8 rounds. So we're going to set our Tabata going, and then we're going to do 4 different movements. So we're going to change movement each time, so you'll essentially have 2 rounds through that. First movement, we're going to hold for 20 seconds from our tabletop position. We're going to get a nice strong core, so engage that core, squeeze that belly button in towards the spine, think about keeping a flat back. Think about keeping our shoulders and hips square at this point as well. Make sure we're nice and stacked, shoulders over wrists, knees over hips. From here, we're going to lift our right arm, left leg, pull them straight out. Think about making yourself really long. Squeeze that bum, squeeze that quad so that leg's nice and straight, so that you've got tension running all the way from your toes up to your fingertips. Then you'll rest for 10 seconds. And for the next 20 seconds, you're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg on the other side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for that 20 seconds. Then your next movement is going to be for 20 seconds, you're going to do burpees. So you're going to stand yourself up, burpee, chest all the way to the floor, swing those hips up nice and high, cup above your head. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, and then your last movement is, I don't really know what these are, plank push-ups, something like that. From this plank position, elbow's going to come down, elbow down, press up, and you can alternate which arm comes first on each rep of that, okay? If that's too tricky, just come down onto knees in the same way that you would scale a press up, okay? So that's your Tabata. So those are your 4 movements. You'll do those twice essentially in that Tabata little circuit. Then we should be nice and warm and ready to go. So if you're lucky enough to have sort of multiple weights, I'd suggest doing some strict press with maybe like a lighter weight. So maybe 10 reps or so, nice and steady, or maybe just grab like a tin of beans or something, or a water bottle, or whatever sort of small weight you've got. Go for 10 reps with a light weight, avoid your lamps, of that strict press. So strict press, we want to think about elbows slightly in front. We're going to engage our core. So we're thinking about pulling that rib cage down towards the hips, engage the core, squeeze quads, squeeze bum, and then press through the floor. Pressing using our back muscles as well, okay? So nice and strong, pressing straight up in a nice straight line. If we deviate from that straight line, it's going to make it harder, okay? So we want to think about pushing straight up. Thinking about engaging that core on every rep as well, okay? So 100 single arm strict press. So you're going to alternate arms with that dumbbell or whatever. Probably try and go for 20 reps or so in sort of a set, because then you'd have like 5 sets, wouldn't you? So that makes sense. But if you can keep going for longer, for whatever weight you've got, absolutely go for it, okay? Then our workout, so we'll need to set a timer for 7 minutes. I'm going to have to modify these movements a little bit with my kettlebell. If you did have a dumbbell, obviously you just keep your hand on that grip of that dumbbell for these movements. However, one way that you can sort of alter it, our dumbbell press up, obviously with a dumbbell would just be on the grip, like I said, but with a kettlebell, if you've got a sort of flat head of the kettlebell there, you can rest that flat side on the floor, kind of, and then you're going to put your hand on that kettlebell. So basically, we want to have one arm slightly raised. If you don't have a weight for this, if you've just got a plate or a book or something, just to make an uneven surface, it just allows us to get a little bit more depth on one side, and it really is a game changer for your press-ups, okay? So, one hand on that dumbbell or that kettlebell, you're going to do a press-up, chest all the way to the floor, press back up. Then we've got a row. So from here, a plank row, keeping those shoulders back and down, pulling up with that weight. Again, think about engaging those back muscles. Then we pop that back down, do another press up. Then we've got our devil's press. Bring those feet as wide as you can in towards your dumbbell or your kettlebell. Big swing up above the head. Then you'll repeat it on the left hand side. Press up, row, press up, devil's press. Keep going for 7 minutes. Have fun with that one, team, and we'll see you soon.